friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Fortstra. Myself Mudita Bansal. In this video, we are going to solve previous year IBDP paper 1 questions. We will solve 5 questions and the next 5 questions would be in next video. Fortstra, precision learning and powerful results. So contact us for one-to-one tutorials or any doubt solving classes. You can mail me on fortstra.physics@gmail.com or WhatsApp me on this number. Or to book any session with me, you can scan this and DM me on the WhatsApp. Today we are solving Physics Standard Level Paper 1. This paper is from Thursday, 3rd November 2022 afternoon session. A rectangular sheet of paper has a dimension of 30 plus minus 0.5 centimeter and 20 plus minus 0.5 centimeter. What is the percentage uncertainty of the parameter? So we know to find the uncertainty would be equal to change in the parameter upon total parameter or the actual value of the parameter into 100. So the total parameter is equal to twice of length plus width, which is equal to twice of length is 30 centimeter and the width is 20 centimeter. So it would be 50 into 100, 50 into 2, which is 100 centimeter. And the change or the error in the parameter is equal to twice of change in the length plus change in the width. So it is twice of error in the length, which is 0.5 plus the error in the width, so it is 0.5, so it would be 2 into 1 centimeter, so it is 2 centimeter. Just put this value in the formula, so it would be 2 upon 100 into 100. So we get answer around 2%. B is the correct option. Now let's see the second question. Two forces F and G acts on the system. If F is reversed in direction and G is halved, which of the vector correctly represents a new resultant force? So we can see it is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So F, the length of this F is 5 boxes. So when it is reversed, it would be 4 and one more block to this side. Okay. And G would be halved. When G would be halved, as you can say, as you can see, this is the point where it would be halved. So this is the new vector. So we have to find the resultant of these two vectors. So to add these two vectors, I have to connect this by one hand and another tail. So I am putting this G by 2 vector at this point. So this is the head of F, which is reversed, and this would be the G vector. So it is covering like 2 blocks. So it is diagonal to 2 blocks. So that's why I am drawing. So this is one vector. This is 2 vector, which is G by 2, and this is my resultant. So the resultant would be 3 blocks. Would be in this direction, and this is 3 blocks. So using the triangle method, I found the solution, and it is the D option. Third question, ball 1 is dropped from the rest from an initial height h. At the same instant, ball 2 is launched vertically upward with initial velocity u. At what time are both balls at same direction above the ground? So we have to find this time where the balls are at the same distance above the ground. So let's say it is meeting at h height. This is h1 height and this is h minus h1 height. So this height is h minus h1 and this height is h1 height where the ball are at this position. So to solve this equation, we can use this square equation, which is S is equal to ut plus half at square. And first we are going to apply for the ball 1. In ball 1, the distance it traveled, the vertical distance, we will apply this equation in y direction only. So the vertical distance it covered is h minus h1 is equal to, because the initial vertical velocity is 0, so that's why it is 0 plus half gt square. Velocity and acceleration due to gravity is in the same direction, that's why it is positive. And for ball 2, the distance, the vertical distance it is covering is h1 and the initial velocity is ut plus half at square, and the velocity and this is in the opposite direction, so that's why it is negative g into t square. So just substitute h1 value in this equation and we can find h minus ut minus half gt square. So it would be positive negative of it and negative h. So it's equal to half gt square. So this would get cancel and h is equal to ut. So the time would be equal to h upon u. C is the correct option. Next question. A projectile is launched with initial velocity u at an angle theta with the horizontal. It reaches a maximum height s. What is the time taken to reach the maximum height? So what is the time to reach the maximum height? So this time is asked h max. So at this h max, when the projectile motion, this initial velocity is u and thrown with theta velocity with the horizontal, so it is u cos theta and this is u sin theta. So in vertical direction the initial velocity is u sin theta and at this point there is no vertical direction, so vy is at this point would become 0. So from the first equation of swept, which is v in y direction, so vy is equal to uy plus ay into t. So final velocity is 0, initial velocity is u sin theta, and the direction of oscillation is in the opposite direction. So that's why negative g into t. So the time would be u sin theta upon g is the time to reach to this maximum height point. So the answer is D is the correct option. Let's see the next question. An object of mass 2 kg is on the horizontal surface. The object is pulled by the force of 12 Newton and accelerated at the rate of 2 meter per second square. What is the coefficient of dynamic friction, mu it is asking, between the object and the surface? So this is the friction force acting in the positive direction and the friction force is acting in the opposite of the movement or the relative motion. So the friction is acting in the negative direction. So I can say that summation of forces, net forces is equal to mass into acceleration. So to apply this, we since the object is accelerating towards positive side, I can write 12 Newton force minus friction force is equal to mass which is 2 kg into acceleration which is 2 meter per second square. And this friction force is equal to mu into n. N is the normal. And from this diagram, mg is acting downward and normal is acting upward. So I can write, and there is no vertical motion, so I can write mg is equal to normal. So I can replace n with mg, which is m into g, 12 minus, it is 4. So m is the mass into g is 10. So it would be 20. So 12 minus mu into 20 is equal to 4. So when you solve it, it would be 8 is equal to 20 is equal to mu. This is your mu. And when you solve it, you get 0.4. So mu in this case is 0.4. Thank you for watching. Like the video, comment it and subscribe my channel so that you can be updated on the next post. See you in the next video.